why we celebrated Saint John Vianney, and why it matters. Hey everyone! Today, August 4th, the Catholic Church celebrates the feast of Saint John Mary Vianney. In our school too we did celebrated the feast of Saint John Mary Vianney. As a curious onlooker and serving in this Saint Xavier's school for the 15-odd years. This was the first time we had this celebration. I came to know about the reason. 'Cause the school was established by the Jesuits, and after they handed the school to the new congregation of the Catholic Church, that's why we had this celebration for the first time. Some of you who belong to the Catholic Church might know him as the Curé of Ars. And here's why this humble French priest matters so much to the mission. Friends, let me tell you about this priest and get to know him personally. John Vianney was born in 1786 to a poor farming family in France. But here's the twist, he was terrible at school. He struggled so much with Latin that seminary officials almost didn't ordain him. What saved him? His incredible goodness and devotion to God. He grew up during the French Revolution when priests were being persecuted. He saw those brave priests as heroes, and wanted to be one of them. In 1818, he was sent to a tiny village called Ars with just 230 people. Nobody expected much. But John transformed that place through sheer love for his people. What made him so extraordinary? First, the confessional. This man spent 12 to 16 hours a day hearing confessions. Sometimes even 18 hours. By 1855, 20,000 pilgrims were coming to him every year. Secondly, the Eucharist. He taught that there is nothing so great as the Eucharist. He spent hours in prayer before the tabernacle. Thirdly, he was tough on himself but incredibly gentle with others. He'd give penitents light penances and do the rest himself. He lived on almost nothing, gave everything to the poor, and worked without rest into his 70s. But why this feast matters? Here's the thing. John Vianney isn't just some historical figure. He's the patron saint of all parish priests. Pope Pius XI declared that in 1929. Every pope since has held him up as the model for priests. In 2009, Pope Benedict XVI declared a year for priests on the 150th anniversary of his death. Pope Francis wrote to priests on his feast day, calling him the model for those who serve in the trenches. What does his life teaches us? John Vianney shows us that holiness isn't about being brilliant or powerful. He was a simple, barely educated farm boy who just loved God and loved people. He once said the priesthood is the love of the heart of Jesus. Friends, today, over 450,000 pilgrims still visit Ars every year. His relics are there, and his example continues to inspire. So today, whether you're a priest, a Catholic, or just curious person like me, let's remember Saint John Vianney, a man who proved that with God, even the most unlikely person can change the world. One soul at a time, one confession at a time, one act of love at a time. Thank you, friends, for your patience in learning with me about this great saint and his extraordinary life which has changed and challenged millions to be like him. I am your host. #TribalStudyIQ.
Yeah, he's a good one.